Joniko Mitakuyo Yase. This is one that I really wanted to do real quick, which is Lakota, Dakota birds, because my dictionary actually, apparently they used to have these little rhymes to help you remember all of the different songs of a lot of the different birds. So I wanted to do this just for that. Let's just get into this. And then you have Wabalosha, which is the red-winged blackbird. This one's pretty well known in Ohio, where I come from. It mostly like a solid black bird, kind of like an inky black, not an iridescent black. And the inner parts of the wings have like these this big red splotch on each wing. Their song is Tokumatani, or Oh That I Might Die. Literally though, like I hope I die is basically what it's saying. And then of course the others would call back Nakumie and Mishie, which is and me too. So there's that. Then there's Shikabibi, the chickadee. Most people ought to know that one. It's the little tiny fat one with the black head. This one's song is Hecha Gliho, Buzzard Are You Home, which gets answered as Glilo, he is home. And what they kind of say about the chickadee is that its song changes throughout the year. When it comes back in April, it doesn't really sing much at all, and then as the weather starts getting warmer, it starts up this. And then they say it splits into 7 tongues, or it gains, like, it starts up on 7 different songs. My dictionary does not detail what the rest of the songs are, but that's that one. Then you have Koko Yahala, which is the domestic chicken, and of course the rooster, it says Matokauhe, or bear turn back. Then you have the Kohi and Kokitaka, the crow and the raven. Essentially, raven just being great crow. This one got kind of lazy though. It's literally just caw-caw. There's nothing special there. Then you have Pakota, or the duck. Essentially go maga, maga, or goose. You have the shio, or the grouse. He's called as Wijabu, which honestly I don't actually know what that one means. It didn't tell me what it translates to. I couldn't figure it out myself, but that's its call, Wijabu, and then it gets answered Mabu. I know there are others, but those are the ones that I have. I'm having way too much fun with this, but I'll just go ahead and give you some names of other birds. The Zitgato, which is the word for bluebird, but most birds that happen to be blue get like a variation of this word that goes for like blue jays, and some kinds of swallows and some other birds like that. You have Makawake, or the bobolink. That one's not as well known. It's kind of like a blackbird, a small blackbird that is covered in white splotches here and there. And of course, Hecha, the buzzard or the vulture. The Hontka, or the cormorant. It's kind of a relative of the duck. It's a water bird that's kind of a black, speckled white water bird is what a cormorant is. Pehan, crane, and again, like lots of other kinds of birds similar to that, cranes, egrets, and herons have variations of that name, Pehan. Wakiela, the mourning dove. It's kind of like it's kind of a relative of the pigeon. You see them a lot more in more rural areas than you do in the city. They're very kind of fat. We call them mourning doves because they come out in the morning and they coo. So yeah, that's pretty much what that is. Huya is your basic word for eagle. Wobbly tahea is the goldfinch that The one that's like a little neon yellow and black songbird. We've covered maha, goose, Huichatocala, which is the basic word for most kinds of seabirds and seagulls. Cheta, which is the coverall word for hawks. This is a pretty rare one now, at least in Ohio. I don't know how it is in the rest of the country. The hokato, or the blue heron. I used to see these all the time, and now it's like maybe like once every other year I'll happen to see one. They're very rare these days. Tanahila, the hummingbird. Pehechichila, the killdeer, as we call them in Ohio. Killdeer, I don't know why. Pehechichila is the killdeer. It's they're kind of these little ground nesting birds. You see them a lot in residential areas, more in the middle of the country. They really like hanging around near ditches and gravel lots, around parking lots. And they're kind of a brown bird with a little bit of black and white muddled in here and there. They're known for kind of, when you come near them, they start kind of fast walking and making a lot of noise to try and get you to follow them so you won't find their nest. I suppose that's probably why they're called killdeers. If a deer happens to upset one in the woods, then it gives away its position. So you have Beleza, which is the loon. Halhate, which is the magpie, kind of like a crow. It's of the crow family, but it has a lot of white splotches on it. Don't confuse it with the bobolink. The bobolink's a lot smaller. It's more of a songbird. The magpie is like a crow type bird. Heha, which is the coverall word for owls. Shishoka, which is the robin. Ihuhaotila, which is the coverall word for sparrows. Magaska, which is swan. Wakalekshum, which is the turkey. Again, turkey's another one. I used to see them all the time, and now you just never see one. Waptaka, which is the coverall word for blackbirds. And Toskala, the woodpecker. So I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. In the meantime, mipi wokala Lakhotaiapi.